Oh my God, Nick. Wusz.
Oh my God, Jason Walton. No way, dude.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. What are we doing here?
I see you in digital form.
Yes, you do. It's amazing. It's amazing.
You got new lighting, dude. Everything looks better over there.
Yeah, look at this.
A goddamn angel.
Mm-hmm. I am kind of a goddamn angel over here, I feel like.
Really nice.
Yeah, man. I got the same light you did, or one similar, I think, and
yeah, I got mine at IKEA. So
well, mine's not the same. It's similar though. It's like one of those. I think they call them a gooseneck or something.
Yeah,
you know.
But you can adjust up and down and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I can twist it around like this and whatever, and my audio on my end has been really weird. It's going in and out a little bit, so.
Oh, the listeners will just really want to hear about that. So
yeah, so I'm gonna. And now it's fine. So I don't know what's going on. I'll have to investigate that later. So
I hope there's more to the story later. Maybe there'll be more.
Oh yeah, it'll be like a follow-up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So anyway, welcome to I Hate Music, part of the Distorted Past Podcast Network, and brought to you by Earth and Sound.
Nice. Yay.
Yeah. We're just doing another little catch-up episode. Not catch-up, but like catch up. About like when was the last time we did? It was
like a month ago or beginning of the year? Or?
It was
a few weeks now.
Not quite a month ago, but it was a while back. Since then, actually tomorrow is my 50th birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday, dude.
Thank
what does it feel like, man? Do you have any wisdom for us younger folk?
Yes. Don't turn 50. No, it feels good so far. I mean, I'm not there yet. Talk to me tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll be all fucked up. I don't know.
Yeah. Thinking about when we were kids and like somebody turning 50, it really did feel old a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Here we are. It's insane.
I don't feel old by any means. But again, talk to me tomorrow and we'll see.
Do you feel like we can still be I feel more productive than I had when I was younger, but do you feel like we can still be relevant in the music scene and all these things even as older people?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, it is kind of a young person's game, really, in a lot of ways. It
is in a lot of ways, but I think that really the only thing that limits you is your imagination and your mindset.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an amazing speech.
Yeah.
Wow,
well, that was
dude,
a very short speech.
I'm so inspired.
It's so inspiring.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously you get older, you slow down physically, mentally, but I don't feel like I'm anywhere near like wanting to stop doing anything.
No, hell no.
No.
If anything, we have more time because the kids are older and all these things.
Yeah, kids are older. And I just feel more focused too. It's like I just have more time in general, and I just I'm focusing on what I want to do with my life and who I want to be, and I'm always trying new things still. And it may sound like a cliche a little bit, but it does feel like a new chapter for me.
Yeah.
And I've been through a lot the last couple months, and I feel like I'm just coming out on the other side of it as a different and better person.
Yep.
At least I hope I am.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I feel good so far.
Good. Do you see my camera is frozen or?
It looks frozen to me. Yeah.
Damn it. I don't know what happened. Should we keep talking though?
Yeah. Can you maybe restart it and we'll keep talking?
I'll try.
At least try.
On the Alan podcast, you talked about Agalloch maybe entering into this legacy band situation. How does that make you feel, or what is that like?
Yeah,
is that actually happening? Maybe that's not even happening.
Well, I think that I think the fear is that if a band comes back, reforms, and they're like just playing the same songs over and over and over and over and over again for years with nothing new to say, then that's like, I guess, like a legacy act. You're just living in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
So far Agalloch has been doing that, but we've only been back for what, year and a half, 2 years? I can't really remember.
September, year and a half, I guess.
Well, I think it's been like, I mean, it depends on where you count it from, but it's been, we'll just say about 2 years.
Yeah, okay.
But I think if we were to continue, for another like 10 years playing the same sets and the same songs, then it becomes kind of like a legacy act, like a cover band of Aglock. And that's definitely not what I want to do.
No. But hopefully in the future there's some new music and you can avoid that from happening.
Yeah, I mean, either we make new music or we decide like, hey, we're just gonna be, playing fucking Falling Snow in a casino or a cruise, in 10 years from now,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you just never know. We have no plans either way at this point. So
cool.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, man, I feel good about 50.
Good.
In general. I feel like it's a new year too. And there's like something mentally about like having that new year. I've been trying to push myself, challenge myself, and just kind of
you're really good at that.
Yeah. Just trying to live healthier.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel good. Again, I'm not 50 until tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow I'll wake up in the morning and I'll feel like shit. But
yeah, exactly. And then it's a downward spiral from there.
Downward spiral. I've had this fucking cough for like 2 months now, but I feel like I'm on the edge of losing it, so that's good too.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sound better than you did in the past. But
yeah, I mean, it's your birthday coming up too next month.
49 though, bro. I'm
49.
way younger than you. So.
Yeah, you're way young. You're like a fucking school kid.
Well, I am inspired by your party. It was a wonderful event we had on Saturday for Jason. It was fucking incredible.
It was amazing.
Yeah, a lot of people flew in from out of town, which was really impressive.
Yeah,
it put some pressure on you though, for their futures. So
I know. Yeah. It was great. I felt so appreciative and so honored that so many people came out. I mean, obviously a lot of local people, but like Hamilton and Alicia, Hamilton from Genghis Tron flew up. 2 of the Thief guys flew up. My friends Nick and Emily flew up for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hunter was going to flow. He was going to flow out, but he got trapped by the fucking Georgian snowstorm in Savannah.
Which is incredible. Deadly event that never happens over there.
Yeah. I told him it's his fault for living in a winter wonderland, getting snowed in Georgia. But yeah, people traveled. I think we approximated there's about 60 people total.
Wow. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, we had it at Azoth. Yeah, man, it was amazing. I felt very supported and loved, which is kind of the point of that, right?
Yes, for sure. I read before your party, that 17% of Americans consider themselves as not having any friends.
Really? 17?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was up from 2% in 1990.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's a huge change.
Yeah, that's incredible. So it made me really sad to think about that, but also really grateful for all the cool friends that I have, and you definitely being one of them. So I'm thankful for you, man.
Yeah, I'm thankful for you too. And you were at the party, and you were dressed to the nines in your usual gear. Merciful Fate shirt and suicidal hat. If we were doing T-shirt of the day, it would have been Merciful Fate.
Yep.
Yeah,
that was really fun. And we were able to use the technology to get Hunter to call in, and he had a couple surprises, which was really cool.
Yeah, Hunter called in, and we presented it like on the big screen behind the stage. It was projected up there, and you could see him. And he had a really nice speech for me about how honored he is to be an Aglock and how much he loves me and what a good friend I am and blah, 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 and the best dude ever, and all that type of shit that people say.
Yeah.
And then, and then he held up the fucking Arcturus My Angel 7-inch. I was like,
amazing.
It's been on my Holy Grail list for years. That's been, and it's hard to find. It's expensive, and he told me afterwards that he would sleep with it every night, and it was really hard for him to get rid of it because he wanted it so much.
Yeah, he said something like, he could easily have not told you that he had it.
Exactly.
He kept it. That's really awesome.
Yeah, so that was amazing. And then what he said in his little speech was, "I have 2 gifts for you, Jason.
Yes.
One is tangible, one is intangible." And then he held up the Arcturus as being the tangible one.
Yes.
And then he said, "And then I have an intangible gift as well." And then he said, I commissioned a song for you from a band that you love. And I was like, well, that's a really cool idea. But, I was thinking it was going to be maybe like one of our segments that we used to have, just like a short little like funny ditty or something.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a 30-second little song or something.
Yeah, just like a little something.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to remember the way he worded it exactly. It was like, he said, I commissioned this song from someone that you love and that I love. And so now I'd like to have the world premiere of Yeast Father, which I thought was like a great name. It's a play off of the Snares record, Yeast Mother.
Yes.
And he said, world premiere of Yeast Mother by Thief. Like, and my mind just imploded.
So awesome. I remember. You are the number one Thief fan, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they are literally one of my favorite bands and probably my favorite, like, active band, like, no exaggeration. So, and they've been friends of mine for a long time, so it's not like he said, Bob Dylan wrote something for me.
You'd be like, not impressed, dude.
I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But I was so shocked that I literally just yelled no, like what the, and everybody in the crowd too was like started clapping and cheering, and the Thief guys were there, and so they turned around. I was like, oh my mind was so blown. I couldn't even believe it. It was crazy.
It was fucking amazing moment, and the song I hope we can play here today, and it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I got permission from Thief and from Hunter to play it on the podcast.
Okay, good.
And our friend Zach made like a little lyric video for it too.
Really cool how it turned out. We had a background video with all the lyrics on it, which are important.
Yeah, the lyrics are great, and actually it's cool because it's kind of a funny song because it's for me on my birthday, but it's actually a really killer Thief song. I'm still just reeling from that moment I didn't suspect anything. Yeah. And obviously you knew about it.
Yeah, I knew just because Hunter couldn't make it. So I was trying to figure out how to do the tech. Erin asked me to help her, and I was working with Zach to try to figure that out. How are we going to get him up on the screen,
Yeah, Erin was like, after the song played, she said to me, I can't believe I kept that secret for so long, because she's not great with keeping those type of surprises.
Awesome.
And the kids knew too. My kids knew, and they were happy. And oh man, what a moment! So
it was nice that they could come too.
I think we should play it.
Okay.
I think maybe you should try restarting your camera.
Yeah. Let's do a cut because I have to log out, bro.
Okay. Yeah. Do it. Log out.
Bye.
Bye.
We are currently experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Currently experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
All right. There we go.
Much better. Okay. So many technical issues today. It's crazy.
Shit, I can't believe that. I wish I was on camera during that moment, during that time. I was trying to figure it out, like as I was listening to you.
Yeah.
Men can't multitask very well. That's what I heard. But I feel like I do a pretty good job. I think every man says that.
You do a great job, and like now your audio is cutting out. So
oh no, really?
I don't know if it's the same issue I've just been having or what, but
we are currently experiencing technical difficulties.
It's almost like when you get too close to the mic, it's like overloading or something maybe.
Check. Check.
Now it's gone.
Okay.
No sound.
We are currently
I'm back.
And now you're back.
I don't know, bro.
It's so weird.
Is it really bad right now? Worse than before?
Nope. Now I can hear you perfectly.
Okay. Let's just fucking go for it.
Yeah, let's just go for it. Worst case, it'll just sound weird here and there. No biggie. Okay. I am still going. I'm still ready. Okay. So
me too.
Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to play the Yeast Father.
Hell yeah. Are we able to see the...
I'm just trying to remember how to do this. I have to do this, and then... Yep, here we go. So I can play this. Yeah, so this is the song that Hunter commissioned for me for my birthday. The Yeast Father by Thief.
Amazing.
Here we go.
an evil beast have devoured him.
Fucking amazing.
That's
dude.
amazing, man.
Lord of McMenamins.
Yeah.
You are.
Well, it's funny. There's that line about the onion belt, which is a Simpsons reference. And like me and my generation and my friends usually get that. And the first time I was on tour with Thief, I texted the other two thieves, Robert and Chris, just something about like, do they have their onion belt or something like that? And they didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. And that was why Dylan wrote that. It was like an inside joke, even deeper than just a Simpsons reference. But
that's amazing. Amazing. So good.
Man, that was, I'm just like in disbelief that happened. It just, and the fact they were there too, like made it like so much cooler. And yeah, I'm going to pour myself a beer to celebrate that one.
Drink some water to that.
Yeah. Cheers. Have some
Cheers.
water. Tyson brought me some Celebrator at the party. So.
Oh, nice. Classic.
Yeah.
Haven't had that in a long time.
I'm going to drink this nice, refreshing Celebrator and pour it into my Brewhouse Brewing glass. After a long, hard day at work.
That's what you deserve.
That's right.
It'd be cool if they made like Celebrator ads, like Bud Light ads or something, you know, like.
After a long day of being a black metal musician.
That's right. After a long day of turning 50.
Yeah. I go to Brewhouse Brewing and drink my Celebrator.
Yeah. Awesome. Enjoy that. Damn.
I wanted to highlight one other gift too. I don't want this podcast to be all about my birthday, but it was a massive, amazing event.
Yes, it was.
Excuse me. But one gift that I really especially enjoyed was Nick got me a book of my Letterboxd reviews, a small sampling of my Letterboxd reviews.
Just a small sampling. Because after I produced the book, you wrote a few more that would have been excellent additions to the book.
Yeah. I assume this is just something that they generate? Like, or did you?
I took screenshots and then I
so you
just
laid
made
it
them
out?
pictures and then I put them all together. Yeah.
Did you like make your favorite or put your favorite ones in here, or was it like kind of random?
I just chose the best ones or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have many more than that, but there were a couple that didn't make the cut for sure.
Yeah, no. Yeah, for sure.
But anybody out there that's on Letterboxd, I think we mentioned this before, but go check out Moonbladder's reviews. They're fucking great. Yeah,
after the last episode and you mentioned it, I got like, not very many, but maybe like 5 or 6 followers. It's
so cool.
The people I don't know. So, but Nick made me this book. It's just a little hardcover book, but it's called The Elegant Prose of Moonbladder Letterboxd Reviews, a small selection.
That's right.
So I'm gonna read one of these just at random.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh shit, it's so small.
Damn it.
Let's see. No, I can't read this. The lighting's too bad in here. Anyway, it's really cool.
He turned 50, you know. This is shit that happens.
It's so dark in here, and I can't see close anymore because my eyes are inverted or something. But
you got onion eyes.
Yeah, I got onion in my eyes. But yeah, that was a really cool gift. And you got me the fucking Peter Best black metal book.
Yep.
And you got me a Moonbladder Jason Walton mug, which was awesome. The funny thing is, I actually got.
Think about yourself.
Yeah, I got 3 mugs for my birthday at
you
that
did?
party.
Holy
I
shit.
did. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's really funny.
What were the other ones?
From Christy from Ludicra and her partner Matt, I got a Blue Oyster Cult mug.
Awesome.
That I used this morning. And then I got a Cannibal the Musical mug from my buddy Nick.
Nice.
Other Nick.
That's great.
Nick Loicano. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love your Italian accent.
Yeah. Man, it was fucking great. Not only the Thief song, just the whole event for me. Yep. I just can't picture a better birthday party for me. Like having it at Azoth, and like almost everyone I love was there.
Yep.
Woefully missing Casey.
Yeah.
But you know,
John Chick.
And John Chick, yeah. But it was fucking amazing. Had a great time. But
it was also kind of like it was like the apex of the whole week, because
you had
an extraordinary week also.
I did. I just finished the night before. I just finished the tour with Paul Masvidal, Moonbladder Paul Masvidal. You may remember him from such bands as Cynic. Do you remember him?
I think so.
Yeah.
I was so nervous at your party because he was at Jason's party, and I saw him there, and I brought my Cynic tape, and I approached him very shyly, but he did sign the tape for me.
He did it. Yeah, that's awesome.
John Hamm had the demo, Cynic demo. So he outshined me with his autograph session, but
he always does that. Yeah.
It was amazing that he had that, actually. But yeah, so happy that Paul was able to give me an autograph. Mm-hmm. But I didn't get to know him as intimately as you did during this week. But I bet, but he totally seemed like a cool guy.
Oh, he's amazing. Yeah, I flew down there on January 20th, so last Monday.
Yeah,
and flew down from Portland to San Francisco, and it was his birthday, which I thought was interesting because it was my birthday. Will be my birthday tomorrow. His birthday on Monday, and I flew down to San Francisco, and we spent the day together, writing music, working on music, talking about the tour. Went out for some pizza. We walked for 9 miles all around San Francisco.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah, it was great. He showed me
Was
a lot
he
of the
right in the city, or were you?
Yeah, he's right in the city. He's like basically like close to Chinatown and North Beach. So yeah, we walked around a bunch and just worked on music, and he made me food, and I got to spend his birthday with him.
Wow, that's incredible.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then then Tuesday we had our first show, which was in San Francisco. Went really well. Wasn't like super well attended, but pretty well attended. But yeah, it was Moonbladder first, and then Masvidal, and then we did like this live collab thing at the end. And that was a lot of fun. And then it was just, got to spend the week with him, traveling from there up to Seattle. We flew from San Francisco to Portland, hung out here with my fam for a day, drove up to Seattle, had a show there, which went well. And then we capped it off at Azoth in Portland on Friday, the day before my party.
You stayed up in Seattle that night then, or after the show?
Yeah, we got an Airbnb up there, and nice. Had a hot tub, which we didn't use because we were too busy. But yeah, it was an amazing experience just to get to create music with the guy, get to know him better. I mean, we've been friends for about a year now, but I've only had FaceTime with him like twice. It's usually just through text or phone calls. Yeah. And it was incredible just to get to spend time with them, and just like we spent 24 hours a day together for a week,
Incredible.
And by the end it was any like hero worship on my end or whatever was gone. It's just like we're really close friends now.
Nice.
And his shows are incredible. Like he's such a great dude. His songwriting is incredible. He's an amazing vocalist. He's a total pro. And it was just, I can't picture a better birthday than having a tour with Paul Masvidal and then that party and
ending at the party.
Yeah. Just absolutely insane. So
did you pick up any cues as far as like how to perform in a different way, or like inspiring any kind of action based on what you saw him, how he did?
I almost always do, I mean, I almost always learn something, no matter who I'm with or who I'm watching. But, Paul he's like I said,
he's been doing this a long time.
Yeah, he's a total pro, and he's done it in many capacities. And, part of the reason this is working is because we have a lot in common. Like a spooky amount. Like we would be sharing stories, and it's just like we have a lot of parallels in our lives. And excuse me. And right now, we both have these larger bands, but we're trying to do this other thing, and there's like a little bit of crossover with the fans there. Like sometimes the fans are into it, sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
And yeah, I learned a lot, and yesterday we were talking about it, and it seems like we were inspiring each other along the way, because my stuff is much crazier than his in a lot of ways. His is like a very singer-songwriter, and it's like a perfect match, and I feel like we're feeding off of each other and we're learning from each other, and we're talking about doing more shows. We're talking about like diving even deeper.
That's excellent.
Like getting together in the studio for a few days and just like working out stuff, and then doing some shows around that. all that. So speaking of which, I do have a YouTube video of a little bit of our collab that I would like to play.
Yes, please.
This is the first time we ever did this. So this is Moonbladder and Paul Masvidal in San Francisco. It's the very first time we've attempted this live. And it turned out really great, but by the third night, it was the best, of course.
Yeah, right.
But I just want to play like a couple small samples of this YouTube video because it actually sounds pretty good, and you can see what's going on pretty well too, which is nice. But yeah, here we are, and that's Paul in the front, me in the back. Paul was playing guitar and singing and with a ton of different effects, and then I have like 4 different synthesizers, a laptop, oscillators, 1 Walkman. I'm down to 1 Walkman now.
You're not getting any more from me, man. You got to take care of that retro tech, dude.
No, I'm taking care of it now. I've had the same Walkman for quite a while now, so
that's pretty good. All right, maybe I'll give you one.
You would be proud. So I'm just gonna skip through a couple parts here just to give kind of the vibe of what we're doing, and the video is pretty cool too, actually. So here we go. Yeah, it's just a little small sampling of what we're doing.
So cool. It's 18 minutes long. Damn.
Yeah.
Guys did a long jam.
Yeah, we did. basically, Paul sent me a bunch of stuff that he was working on and like stuff that he uses in his set. And then I made like a backing track for us. So with my stuff and his stuff together. And then we worked on it for a couple days where we were figuring out like what to put on top, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's cool. Was he had his own keyboard there as well?
No, it's just like he has pedals there. So he was playing guitar like through a bunch of pedals. But
nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Good job on Yuletide for filming that thing. Really good job.
Yuletide. Oh, is that the guy's name?
Oh, it looked like it. Yeah. Nice work.
Oh yeah, Yuletide.
Were there any Agalock or Cynic fans that were just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, for sure.
I bet.
Yeah. There's a few people that were like, oh, I'd never heard of this before, but like wanted to check it out.
Yeah.
But there's like this one kid that was like a Moonbladder fan. And he's like, I discovered it through a friend, and he bought a synthesizer that morning. And he had me sign the synthesizer, and he was walking around like, Moonbladder signed my synthesizer.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But it's funny, awesome. You get, it's like, Paul was joking, it's like, at most of my shows, I get like Death fans that are just like trying to check shit out, you know?
Yeah.
It's like people are into Cynic and stuff, but it's always like, oh, you were in Death, and like, that's the thing.
I see.
And I'm like, yeah, for me, it's, obviously always Agalock, but yeah.
Really cool that you did that, and you put yourself out there, man, because that's, you guys were jamming esoterically. It was really interesting. Like,
oh man, it was so weird to be just like, oh, okay, Paul Masvidal from fucking Cynic and Death, like, let's get some keyboards together, and you want to play with me? It's just, it's amazing.
Well, you guys have had a really short but really connected relationship,
for sure.
It sounds like. So it's cool that you guys are doing this together.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been great. So yeah, that was the week before my birthday, and then my birthday party, and now here we are on Tuesday.
Nice. You must be pretty exhausted after that.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. I'm feeling pretty good right now, but pretty tired in general, Yeah,
I bet.
But damn. Yeah, so let's move on from that. Let's get into the Patreon.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we have the Patreon, which is our new segment that's replacing the Fuck, Marry, Kill. You subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/IHateMusicPodcast. That helps us, cover overhead costs, all that stuff.
Helps Jason his gas bill driving to Seattle for his shows.
Yeah, exactly, man. I'm used to the electric car and like having to drive like gas. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I forgot how to
pump it.
How to pump it for a second. I pulled up and I'm like, wait, okay.
Which side is it on?
Yeah. Let's see. What I would like to do too with the listeners is, since we have this video component now, I would love it if people wanted to try their hand at making a video for the intro music that we could play in the beginning, instead of just having like the stupid little, whatever you call it. It's like I'm basically playing it off the browser. If there's like a cool video, that'd be really cool. So if you want to make a video of the intro music, email me if you need the WAV file. I can send it to you, hate.pod.music@gmail.com. And send in your videos. And if anyone wants to and does that, we'll play them.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I'd love to see those.
Yeah. What's been up with you? It's been all about me so far.
Yeah, what the hell?
I know.
Hogging the time here.
I'm hogging the time.
I had a really good time at your party. Let's see, that was last week. Before that, things been good. Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I haven't been to any shows or anything.
Yeah, I haven't either. Holidays.
I got these new AirPods, that I'm using kind of as hearing aids sometimes. So I'm really eager to try those out at a show so that I can see, if they actually work at a show, because they got really extreme noise canceling. So I'm going to try that.
Okay.
I'm really excited about that because I kind of hate wearing earplugs, but still an earplug, I guess. But
yeah, well, that'll be cool. What's your next show?
Good question.
We've got Cavalera at the end of the month.
I think I'm going to be gone for that.
Oh, are you?
I'm doing a couple trips in Feb. I'm playing on 21st, and we're playing for Tyson's birthday.
Yeah, I can't go on the 21st because that's Ellery's birthday. But I'm
playing for that, and I don't think I have another show before that.
My next one is Cavalera, and if you're not going, I'm going with David. So
my replacement.
Yeah. Well,
David's awesome.
He bought me a ticket for my birthday already. So.
Oh, he did good. Yeah, he's awesome. We had a good time at the party. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's the best. Yeah, he's so cool. Beyond that, there's a few shows coming up, but nothing I'm really planning on going to.
Things been good. I missed your Azos show with Paul
know.
because of my mom's birthday, which I don't know. I think you had booked your show relatively recently because
we did.
Already had plans. I don't know how that happened, but it was my mom's birthday. We saw Hairspray, the musical, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
John Waters movie, and then they transferred it into a musical.
Where was the performance?
At across the street from the Schnitz at not the New Mark. There's a few theaters in that building. It was at the different one.
Across the street? Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It was a really good production. It was a local theater company.
Okay, that's cool.
Stumptown or something. Yep,
yeah.
That's all I have to say. Nothing else, man. Everything else is good.
Yeah. I feel bad that you missed it, but I feel like that's one of the better excuses for having to miss it is your mom's birthday.
She wasn't turning 50 or anything, you know?
I know, seriously. Yeah. That's all right. Well, let's move on to some emails, shall we?
Okay.
Got some really good emails this time. I'm also like to ask for people to be sending in video and audio emails as well. I think that'd be really cool if people sent in a video or even just an audio of what they want to tell us instead of an email.
That's cool. We can hear their voice then, like a phone call.
Yeah, make it maybe a little bit more interesting. So I actually got a few emails this time, and most of them, you may remember, are about the code word that we had at the end of the episode last time to check to see if people were listening.
That's amazing that there were some.
Yeah. So
because that went for over 2 hours. I was just like,
it was a long one, but I was looking at the numbers the other day, and it's outperformed every episode we've done in the last like 6 months, aside from the Alan Averill one.
Why?
I don't know, but there's something about that one that people really liked. So I don't know. I still can't understand why things do better than other things.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, we have a guest on like Alan or Mortis. Like obviously those numbers are through the roof, but yeah, I don't know. So I got an email from your good friend Bucketbot Sebastian.
Bucketbot Sebastian. Buckets up, bro.
Yeah.
Buckets up.
Buckets up. He says, 6th song on Cynic's Focus album, Eurobark Forums, and P.S. Posers could predict end placements.
What?
I don't know, but yeah.
Thank you, Sebastian. You're the man.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to share this because this email is actually kind of pretty to look at. So this is from Kyle Kraus. He says, the subject is the secret word is Metalocalypse zombie. And then he says,
well, we made fun of Metalocalypse, I think, but zombie we would not fuck with. They're awesome.
That's right. Kyle says, oops, it was Eurobark Forums. My attention span failed me because it was longer than 10 seconds.
Nice.
Happy New Year from an IHM true fan, TM.
We could trademark it like Nick Wu's
HSNW. Yeah. My Metalocalypse opinion is that I enjoyed it a lot for the season when it came out and have nostalgia for the first album because I had the CD, but I haven't thought about it much since then. Yeah. To Nick's point, I was 16 when it came out, so it acted like a bit of a gateway to listening to other kinds of metal. I found your opinion on the podcast really insightful. It gives me a new perspective to look back at the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, he says...
Sometimes I feel like I'm not fucking making any sense.
Well, man, sometimes I feel like that too. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I get in the zone and I'm just like totally on point, and other times I feel like I'm floundering.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so then he continues, also my ears perked up when I heard Nick mention Zombie's new album on his year-end list. I'm assuming he's referring to the Pittsburgh electronic duo.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. If not, oh well. I have a concert story and I'm using this as an excuse to tell it.
Nice.
Last April, they did a little tour, and the last stop was in Pittsburgh at a venue I've never heard of called Certain Death 2.
Nice. Part 2.
Yeah, that's weird. Now, there was almost no info about this venue online, no place called Certain Death 1 or anything like that, and the only blurb I could find was that it was a new DIY venue located in an old boathouse on the banks of the Allegheny River.
Sounds fucking awesome.
So I bought a ticket and drove out by myself because I like fucked up situations. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
My GPS had me arriving at what looked like the backside of a railway station on a dirt road off the highway.
It's like going to Aesop, dude.
I know, right? Yeah. No signs that indicates it's an event, just cars parked behind a warehouse and a big chain link fence that looked like an impound lot. I walk up to the fence around 8 p.m. and met a couple people and some bouncers taking tickets. They told me that it would take longer to get in since I bought online since they were trying to get service or something. Then as I walk in, it's a big lot right by the river with a food truck, a hollowed out school bus painted up with graffiti and neon lights, a couple fire pits, a lot of boat houses, a bunch of 24 packs of beer just sitting on the ground, and a goat chained up right behind the entrance.
Holy crap, this is amazing.
After exploring around, I found that the show was in a big cleared out warehouse with the words "Enter at your own risk" written on the door.
Nice.
I found a tour poster that listed 6 bands on the docket for the night. I'm guessing the first 2 were local synth noise artists that were messing around on switchboards for the first hour or so. During the segment, I was mostly mellowing out on some couches, enjoying the loud, drony vibes of being in a club from a Gaspar Noé film. Nice reference, man.
Yeah, very good.
The next 3 bands were a thrashy metal band playing in the middle of a circle of people, a punk act, and one-man synth and guitar musician.
Wow.
Then Zombie played an extra long set since they were ending the tour in their home city. It ended up being a really awesome vibe and great evening, but every single person I talked to that night, including the venue staff and the members of Zombie, had no idea what this place was or why there was a goat walking around.
Amazing, dude.
I didn't leave until 2 a.m., got some records signed, almost fell asleep on the drive home. Fuck yeah. Then he says, attached are some videos of the scene of the crime and a bonus record picture I took of their spirit animal in front of an elephant statue by a local Eaton Park.
Spirit Animal's a great record, by the way. Nice one.
And then he says, keep hating, Kyle Krause. So
that's incredible. Let's see it.
He sent us a photo here. There it is.
Nice.
That's cool.
Look at that fucking album cover. So cool.
I know. It's so great. Yeah, that's cool. And then he sent...
we get to see this goat?
Yeah, let's see. Oh, shit, I got to download it.
Damn it. Okay, we'll see if this takes long.
Yeah.
This makes me think about, as it's downloading, maybe we could talk about these kind of, maybe it happened more when we were younger, but just like going to these kind of random places to see shows. It's happened quite a few times, you know. Maybe not as dramatic as this, but yeah, usually an eclectic mix of bands and in a warehouse or in somebody's house or some shit, you know.
Right. Yeah, I mean... I feel
really
like
cool.
I feel like that happens sometimes, but it's pretty rare these days. It's like
these days I haven't.
Maybe
but it happened more when we were younger, you know, and it probably still happens with kids, you know, where they're like, you know, your friend's high school band is playing at his mom's house because his mom is in Vegas or some shit.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I was able to get these videos going. So let me figure this out. So we can. There's one that's named Goat and one that's named Gaspar Noé. Let's check out the goat one first.
Wow. Wow.
There it is.
He actually did a really good job of describing it. It's kind of how I imagined it almost. That was really good.
Yeah, it is really good.
Except I imagined it being dark. That was the only thing. But,
me too. Me too.
Yeah.
It's like way lighter than you'd think it would be.
Yeah, really cool though.
Okay, here's the Gaspar. I think it's pronounced Gaspar Noé.
I'm not sure.
I think. Yeah, man, I love his work, but it is some fucked up shit. Okay, here we go. This is the Gaspar Noé.
Wow.
Oh, it is like that.
Yeah. Wow. Like you're fucking inhaling those balloons or something, you know? Yeah, that's disturbing. That's disturbing.
Yeah, that was like some kind of Gaspar Noé.
It felt like you were, the one time I was at a rave and when I was like 19, I inhaled a little of that balloon and your mind is doing that wom, 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 wom.
Yeah.
On the heat. Oh, what is it? Nitrous? It's nitrous.
Nitrous? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Like what you take at the dentist back in the day or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I don't think they do that shit anymore, but they definitely used to.
No. Can you if you wanted to though? I wonder if you requested to your dentist, it needed to be, you know, not euthanized, but I need to be put down.
I need to be euthanized. Yeah. No, don't euthanize me. No, put me down. No, wait. Don't put me down. No, kill me. No, wait.
No. That's not a word.
Yeah.
I want to be knocked out. Oh no, don't punch me.
Wait. Yeah.
Anyway, Kyle, excellent work.
Yeah, Kyle, thank you so
really
much.
Cool.
I appreciate
really
the videos too. All that stuff is like so fun for us on this end.
Kyle is a great writer.
Oh yeah, no, Kyle. Well, I mean, shit, you got to drink for Kyle, right? I mean,
for sure. Drink.
Okay, next email is from somebody named John Foley.
Nice.
He starts his email with Euroborg Forms.
Nice.
And then sending you deep condolences, Jason. May your dad rest easy and peace find you soon. Thank you, John. I appreciate it.
That's so nice.
He says, John from Australia, no phone numbers this time. Also digging the Doechii album. Fuck yeah, Doechii.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm bummed. Gone to Grammys two years in a row.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going this weekend because things are so busy. And then they
have a lot going on.
Yeah, and then they announced fucking Doechii's playing. Still though, I'm stoked.
Was she nominated for anything or?
Yeah, she was. Excuse me, I don't remember what it was, but when I think I said this in the last episode, but I was doing the Grammy voting, I saw her name, I was like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, Aaron played it for me. Like,
amazing.
I'm like, fuck, this is like my favorite thing in a long time. So anyway, I'm missing her, but it's whatever. It's fine. I made the right choice. It's just been so fucking busy. And going on to LA this weekend for that.
Yeah, it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot.
So our friend Jared Krantz, I believe that he's the one that brought up Metalocalypse last time.
Nice.
He wrote in about Metalocalypse again. So,
nice.
and he's pissed.
Oh, no.
No, he's not. He's not. No, it's fine. So, but he does bring up a couple things I want to talk about, which might get me even more hate than the Metalocalypse thing, but I'm going to dive into this. So Jared says, damn, this is the second time my age has been called into question on this podcast. I'm the cool guy that was harassing you about High on Fire a few months back.
Same, holy shit.
Yeah, so
my point was exactly the same for both, I think. That's insane. Yeah. That's insane.
Well, and I apologize, Jared. I mean, it's hard with like 50 Kyles and like 2 Jareds, and
sorry.
I get people mixed up. I can't remember who said that dumb thing to me and who said this dumb thing to me. So yeah, I apologize. Then he says, firstly, condolences about your father. The brief summary you gave about his impact on your life was very heartwarming. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate it. That was hard for me to talk about, but I feel like I needed to on the podcast. I feel like sharing things publicly for me helps me a lot. I'm not a private person at all. So I like sharing, and it helped. But I'm in a much better place now. So, but I appreciate the condolences. Then he says, the Portlandia Metalocalypse analogy makes perfect sense. I always look at those forms of comedy as poking fun of extremes.
Yep.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Now, to defend Metalocalypse, it's clearly an over-the-top send-up of the Metallica arc, while also serving as a love letter to metal buried within the self-deprecating humor. They're not just playing on tropes and stereotypes, they're stretching them into absolute absurdity. Yes, true. A blend of clever and ridiculous jokes mixed with a heap of gore, fun Easter eggs, and a solid soundtrack.
Nice.
A sinister subplot emerged in the season 1 finale that is a complete tonal shift. Sort of an intense cliffhanger for a silly cartoon. First 3 seasons are great, final season not so much, but I highly recommend at least binging season 1 to try and understand the hype. The episodes are only around 11 minutes each. I'm not really immersed in the metal scene, so I can't comment from that perspective, but come on, some of the tropes are worthy of ridicule. The illegible band logos? Holy shit, what about Spinal Tap? Be well. Jared K. The K is for culture.
I don't know. I'm more forgiving towards Spinal Tap. I don't know why. I guess because they're making fun of Kiss and shit, which... Or, of the like Blue Oyster Cult or whatever. They're making fun of these kind of bands that were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Were really, really ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I think his point is that it's all ridiculous. But at the same time, I mean, you can say that about anything, I mean, everything's ridiculous if you break it down in that way. So,
true.
I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying, Jared, for sure. And of course, like... It's super easy to make fun of these things, and I guess that's kind of my problem, is that it's just, illegible band logos they're easy to make fun of, but also they're amazing. I mean, it's like it's such a cool. It's a symbol, like the blood incantation logo.
That's insane.
It's a symbol. It's not something you read.
Yeah, exactly.
And it embodies the music. It's appropriate. Yeah, you can make fun of these things, but I just don't see the reason to, and I don't think it's that funny, really, I guess. And like I said the last time, like maybe I'm too precious about it. But I don't know. And here's my unpopular opinion. I feel the same way about Spinal Tap. I just don't understand why it's funny. There are certain shows like that are based on real life things that make it more extreme, like Office Space, that I don't find funny. I just don't think it's funny.
Maybe it turns into a type of humor or something.
Yeah,
rather than the topic.
I think so. I think that's dead on. And the point that I was trying to make is that whatever it is with the Metalocalypse, Spinal Tap, Office Space stuff, there's something about that type of humor that it doesn't resonate with me, and I don't
mockumentaries or something. What about those Best in Show, those Christopher Guest ones?
Okay, so yeah, I love Best in Show.
Okay.
But
so
maybe
what if you were a dog show person? You'd be like, this fucking show is
exactly.
So stupid.
Maybe.
Interesting.
I don't know,
but I feel like it's that type of humor. We're getting close to maybe it being the humor, but maybe not, because you like those.
I do, but I also have no frame of reference for Best in Show.
Exactly.
That's the alien world to me. So
rock and roll is so true to your heart, dude. It's so deep in your soul that you can't even fathom somebody would make fun of it.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, this is a subject that I haven't really thought about too much, so I don't have like anything eloquent to say other than then I feel like it might be the style of humor, but it could be I'm being too serious about it. But then also, like, what's too serious? Like, why can't I be serious about this? And I think a lot of it's low hanging fruit, and we talked about that last time too.
For sure.
You know, it's like it's super easy to make fun of Man-O-War, you know, and it's super easy to make fun of Kiss. So I don't know. It's just. Even as a kid, Spinal Tap didn't resonate with me. I mean, maybe it's because I was just like, this is what I want my life to be. I want to be on stage. I want to be a rock star. I want to, you know, maybe that's it. I don't know. It's something, like I said, I haven't really thought about it that much. So
talk to your therapist this week and get back to us, dude.
Okay. Yeah. When's our appointment? Like at 2 or something?
Your therapist too. Oh shit. Oh, it's heavy duty. Oh god.
I mean, I'll
do my best, man. I don't know.
I mean, this would basically be a therapy session for me if I was like laying on a couch or something, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's flesh it out. It might take a whole hour.
Oh yeah. Maybe we could do like the I hate music therapy or something. We could like therapize each other.
We could give it to the Patreon members, dude.
Oh my God. That's a great idea. There's another good segue for you. The Patreon members. Yeah. You know, Jared, I super appreciate these type of emails because there are things that I wouldn't come up with on my own. So
yeah, much appreciated for the thoughts. I don't have much to say, but I do like Spinal Tap more than Metalocalypse. But knowing that those episodes are only 11 minutes long, you know, that's my attention span is pretty short these days too. So I'm going to check them out again, I think. Maybe then I'll have a better opinion on since it's fresh in my memory.
Yeah, okay.
I'd like that.
Let's make that our homework, because we'll each watch a few and just see.
Perfect.
See what we think. Maybe you know, maybe it'll change our minds. I don't think so.
Yep, I think so. Yeah.
You think you'll like it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm familiar enough, but
yeah, maybe you just need a nice fresh celebrator after a long hard day of listening to Metalocalypse.
I feel that money coming in, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad we got that celebrator advertising money.
Yeah, it's that and Blue Apron.
So cool.
Okay,
nice job with the product placement.
Thank you,
really
thank you. The bad part is that we're not getting paid for that, so it's just kind of useless.
It's useless. Really quickly before we move on, Grammys for Best New Artist was Doechii. Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Along with Khruangbin, who I feel like been around like 8 years or something.
Yeah, the new artist though, there's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of paradigms. That's the wrong word, I guess, but it's like it doesn't mean.
What is the definition? Yeah. What's the definition?
There's a certain I don't remember, but it's like a certain time period which is longer than like the last year or the last 2 years, you know, and it has to be like within like a certain time frame, like 5 or 10 years or, something like that. So,
okay.
Yeah.
That must be pretty long because Khruangbin's been around a while.
Yeah.
I like those guys a lot.
I love those guys. Yeah. They're fantastic.
That's great chill out music.
What are the other nominees for that category?
We have Benson Boone, Sabrina Carpenter, Doechii, Khruangbin, Ray, Raye, Chappell Roan, Shabuzi, and Teddy Swims.
Okay, well, Chappell Roan will probably win, and I'm okay with that.
I don't know any of those other except for Doechii and Khruangbin.
I love her as well, but I love Doechii a hell of a lot more.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, let's move on to another one. I might just paraphrase this one because it is pretty long, but it starts with, it's our friend Dallas. He writes in, Dallas is the one that actually introduced me to Masvidal. He says, cough, your bark forms cough. And then he says, first off, very sorry about the late Sir Walton. Much gratitude to him for bestowing us one of the most befuddlingly unique persons ever, his son Jason. Yeah, thanks, Dallas. I love that. He says, album of the year, God Body, Disconnect, Nails, Evor, Gate Creeper, Ulcerate, Dark Throne, Take, Cemetery Skyline, Enslaved, and My Dying Bride.
He liked that new My Dying Bride. Like, talk to him about that. It didn't grab me as much as I love My Dying Bride, dude. And I was so eager for that album, but it did not grab me quite like the last couple have. So,
did you talk to him at my party?
A little bit. I didn't. He introduced himself, and we had a little bit of a chat. But that party was kind of manic for me. So
it was kind of manic for me too.
So not a lot. I did not chat. I'd love to have a one-on-one with him sometime.
Yeah. Okay. And then so this is the other side of the coin. Metalocalypse, fuck that. Just fuck that.
Why? What does he have to say?
I liked the first episode when it came out because it was funny, but everything after that that came, I realized it was leaving a bad taste in my mouth. While I get Gorillaz and enjoy them at times, the band, Gorillaz, I just can't with that bullshit. Like you, Jason, metal is a lifestyle for me, not a quote-unquote culture. Yeah. Well, okay, that's not what I meant, really. But yeah, I'm just going to continue. I have a hard time giving mental space to joke bands because of that. I'm definitely that elitist that when I see someone at a metal show wearing a Death Clock shirt, I can't help but wonder to myself, bro, are you seriously that big of a fan of that shit? I will never understand the allure, nor with I suffer someone's attempts at explaining its redeeming qualities. Just walk away before I upend you into a trash can.
Wow. It's leading him to violence.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't feel quite that strongly, but I mostly agree with Dallas at this point.
Should we have a Jared Dallas arm wrestle match?
We could.
Maybe like a...
We could.
We could have Patreon members have access to that.
I love that.
As well.
I love how you're just looping it back into the segues to Patreon. Yeah. We're going to be rich real soon.
Yeah, we are, for sure.
And then he says, goes into AI, and I'm going to say right now, I'm officially sick of talking about AI.
It's everywhere because we're talking about it in all conversations. Not just you and I, not just amongst our...
I know, it's fucking everywhere. And it is fascinating, obviously, but it's like, we've talked about it like 3 episodes now. Anyway, this is a short thing on AI. Because this is interesting. Jason, as a voting member of the Grammys, do you foresee having to vote between which AI program generated the best song of the year?
For sure, dude.
That's a depressing thought. On the real, though, no matter what Kerry King, Glenn Benton, and Patrick Mameli try to say, I will never give my blessing and understanding for using AI artwork. It's cheap, it looks cheap, and it's insulting to us, the purchasing audience. Basically, if you're going to go cheap on your album's artwork, what else are you going to sacrifice to such frugality? And 100% with you, Dallas.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, dude. Fuck that shit. Having said that, I use AI for the cover art for almost every single I Hate Music podcast episode. I would like to avoid that, but at the same time, I feel like I'm doing it in the spirit in which AI artwork is intended, which is being obviously AI and as poking fun of itself. As far as voting on AI-generated songs on the Grammys, I honestly don't see that happening.
You're not going to even know, dude.
Oh, you would. I mean, if I heard it, you wouldn't necessarily know, but the people behind the scenes know.
I see.
And the Academy is so on this. They're so aware of this. They want to support artists. Like, that's what they do. they don't want to support people, putting in prompts. So I don't foresee that. I could see maybe there being a scandal like Milli Vanilli or something like, oh dude, like we had this whole team and, but I'm not too worried about that at this point. But it is a cool, interesting thing. Then he continues on, Nick, it kills me that you used AI as a life coach for everyday life stuff.
I just needed a friend, Dallas. You weren't available, dude.
That's
I
right.
have somebody.
Yeah.
Don't you dare make fun of my friend. We've developed a very tight relationship, let me tell you.
What's her name?
No. Amber.
Amber. Like Amber
It's
Alert.
Amber.
Is that what Amber Alert is? It's like, hey, Nick, you're going to fuck up.
Yeah, right. There's a stolen child in your vicinity, and I've got something to tell you about your wife's cough.
Exactly. Yeah. What does it say about my cough?
No shit. I'm going to ask her. No, I haven't talked to her in a while, so I think she misses me.
Oh, probably. You mean your wife?
I left her for Amber, dude. Amber listens to me, man.
Yeah.
She's the only one.
I know. Dallas continues about the Morbid Angel, I Am Morbid tour. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he just says that he gets the amount of bands, it sucks, blah, blah. But he had a lot of fun on that tour because he was doing merch for Uada on that tour.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. These guys are great. Jeez.
Fuck, Marry, Kill, and T-shirt of the day. Keep it. Maybe create a chat in the Patreon for people to submit ideas, but I love all the segments. That's interesting. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
And Dallas is a Patreon subscriber. Thank you, Dallas.
Thank you, Dallas. Jeez.
He says, I truly love the podcast, guys. It exposes me to new stuff. You guys are hilarious, and you talk about things other metal podcasts don't seem to care about. I'm going to sign up on Patreon finally, but don't know if I'll always be able to stay current with it as I'm dealing with financial difficulties at home right now. He sent this to me, well, to us, really, January 14th, and he's actually been a Patreon subscriber since October.
Wow.
So he had forgotten that he was a subscriber.
You need an AI assistant, Dallas. That's my suggestion to you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to move on to another one here. This is from our good friend Mark Beavers. He's the guy that always sends us his phone number. He starts the email with Euroborg Forms. My condolences on the passing of your father. I'm not trying to be callous here, but I'm just trying to move past these. I appreciate the condolences, but I'm not going to dwell on that. I thought you openly sharing about the experience was brave, and hopefully it's helpful for others going through similar seasons in life. Yes, I agree. Thank you, Mark. Also, thanks to you and Nick for sharing some of your 2024 favorite artists. After you shared that Doechii track, I went and checked out some of her stuff, and it's pretty amazing. Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Also, Nick, I loved Iotun's album Kinship as well.
Yeah, they're great.
The vocals are incredible. However, I do have to offer one correction for the pronunciation of the band's name. It's pronounced Jofun, Danish for giant, kind of like the Norse Jotun. Oh, yeah, not Jotun. I mean, not Jofun, Jotun.
Jotun. Nice.
Then he says, as far as you guys joking about calling me, that would be funny, but I probably would end up ignoring the call out of habit. Too many phone scam calls have trained me to just ignore unknown calls. Okay, let's give him a call here.
Let's give him a call. Yeah. Make sure it doesn't say spam risk or anything like that.
Actually, I'm actually going to text him, like for real, right now. I feel like calling is a little too much. But
I don't think you're very comfortable on the phone anyway.
Oh, no, I don't talk to people on the phone. That's psychotic.
I feel the same way. It's difficult to make phone calls.
Only if I have to. Only if it's like something urgent. So I'm just going to. What should I text him? What should I text Mark?
Just say, I don't know. Damn.
Maybe like IHM or something, or Euroborg Forms.
Or that would be good. Or like, are you a Patreon member yet, or something? We could.
Oh yeah, there you are, cycling back into that Patreon.
I'm so good at this, dude. I'm a natural podcaster,
I know. That's why I asked you to do this. I was floundering, and then
you just needed that extra push.
Yeah, I need the extra $5 a month. I'm just gonna write IHM and see if he gets it.
Okay.
This is a little weird for me to do, but I'm down for it.
You could voice text them, we're almost like a conversation.
Right. No, I just said IHM. We'll see if it happens.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye on it, let you know. Got another email from AJ. Not an AJ that I know, I don't think. He says, "Hello, Nick and Jason. I hope all is well. Firstly, my condolences go out to you, Jason. This was a very emotional episode, and I teared up in a few moments. I hope you're staying strong in a time like this." AJ, thank you. That's awesome. I'm not trying to make people cry, but yeah, we're all human. This shit happens to all of us, or most of us at least. And yeah, I guess the thing I didn't talk about the tour, which I guess I didn't mean to bring up, is that I dedicated the last song I played to my father every night.
Nice.
And it was very emotional for me. I cried on stage every night. I feel like it didn't quite go as deep as I wanted to. I wanted to really get in that space and process while performing that song.
Yeah.
Didn't quite get there, but I did tear up every night. And after the show on Friday, I fucking lost it for a while. It's just
was it that moment hit, or were you just like in kind of a relief that the week was over?
It was all of that, it was like, it was a relief, but also just like, what a joyous occasion for me.
Appreciation of that.
Yeah. And the show was so good. It was a packed house. And the last song, it's this, my favorite thing I've written is Moonbladder. And it's this meditation. And, Jori hands out these little lights that people hold in their hands. And I was holding these lights in my hands. And it was like the whole audience had these little lights in their hands. And it was like this like meditative ritual thing. And it was just like the sense of like, obviously my emotions are still raw, plus like this performance that I was happy with, this tour that I was happy with, I'm turning 50, like all of these like massive things in life. And then afterwards, everybody's like, oh my God, like congratulations and blah, blah. And I can't believe you're touring with Masvidal. And, and Paul gives me a big hug, and I broke down for a while, and I hugged a bunch of people, started crying, all that stuff. And then I'd repressed my grief for like a week because I was playing and having fun and moving on and all that. And then it just hit me, and then I came home and I just cried all night. Just Friday night, it was just like, so Saturday was weird because I was really happy and I felt like I was in a good place, but I was also just like fucking exhausted.
Yep.
So anyway,
emotionally and physically, everything.
Emotionally and physically and all that. But yeah, thank you, AJ, for the condolences. It does mean a lot to me. And then he goes on, I just finished listening to the latest episode in 10-second increments.
Wow.
Wow, that's great. And I have a topic suggestion for you guys to consider for future episodes. Since you both have fans from around the world, and you two also being fans yourselves of many artists, one topic that you two are perfect to answer is the idea of parasocial relationships that sometimes people have with artists and public figures. Both from the perspective of the fans and the perspective of the artists, I feel like we often hear about cases where fans go too far in their interactions, but also artists that kind of abuse that trust and rip people off for stuff like that. I'd be interested in hearing your opinions about it from both aspects, since you guys really have a unique perspective on this that most people don't. Yeah, I love that. That's really interesting.
What's an example of that? Describe what he's trying to say there.
So I think
okay, go ahead.
Well, he's talking about two things in my mind: the power imbalance of like a famous person or I guess I shouldn't say famous, but like somebody in the public eye and somebody that's not, and the person that's not looks up to the person in the public eye, and the power imbalance there, and how the we'll call him the civilian like can cross boundaries with the artist, and the artist can abuse the fan, basically. So you have like your Blake Judds that like rip off the fans because they know they can like sell a shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
And not give them an actual shirt and just take the money and run, and vice versa.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Talking about like stalkers or people crossing boundaries or
sure, that makes sense. Yeah,
that type of thing. And I think parasocial is more about the closer relationships we feel like we have with people in the public eye. Like how I'm pretty sure that Mark Maron and I are close friends, even though he doesn't know me.
Well, based on the way he talks and all these things, you feel like you do know him because he describes his life in detail. And musicians are this way as well, right? You get a feel for the music, and you feel it deep in your soul. It makes you really feel like you're in touch with that human.
Exactly, and through social media too.
That's true.
If you're able to engage with an artist. On a more like immediate level, it makes you feel like you're closer to them, even though they don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, exactly.
And I find it really interesting. I mean, for me, I've had nothing really too bad until recently, and I'm not really allowed to talk about that. So I have had a few extremes, but aside from something that's going on now that I can't talk about, they've all been pretty harmless, I think. And it's just people who are socially awkward. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, and they might be like, hey, do you want to get a beer? And it's like, I don't know who you are really. Or like too many questions, or, like, what was Agalloch? What were you doing in this song with Agalloch? And like, what were you thinking here? And like, aren't you a huge fan of this? And it's just like punishing you. It's just like so many questions. But I do like being able to engage with people. And I think social media is great for that. I like being able to have someone like tag me in a photo of them listening to an Agalloch record, and me seeing that, and I can respond if I want to. I enjoy that, but there are some real dangers with it. So yeah, I mean, I've experienced a lot of range of that stuff, but I would say most of the time it's harmless, and people are just trying to connect, and I relate with that. I mean, I was a teenager wanting to connect with bands too. I write letters to them and buy demos and whatever.
You have to start with gratefulness, right? You have to start with, I am thankful that you like my shit, and hopefully it doesn't go to a dangerous place. I mean, there must be some sort of social arrangement that we're going to get along and be good people to each other. But I guess it does cross the boundaries. I don't have any good examples of that.
What about
that I know of?
Do you feel like you've ever like not necessarily crossed a boundary, but like,
I was so nervous to approach Paul, and the only other time I've really done that was Steve Harris, and I was so nervous to approach Steve Harris, but all I really wanted was a picture and autograph,
Right.
But I would never be like, I wouldn't even know what to say, and with Paul it felt like that too. It's just like, your music means a lot to me, thank you. That's all I would be able to say.
Right.
It's not details of like, what's the third part of Yearborg Farms, and why did you decide to do that when you could have gone up a fret,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to ever do that to somebody.
Yeah.
But
it seems like your solo on I Am But a Wave to
no, I would never do that to somebody.
Yeah. But have you?
But I respect celebrities or whatever, so I hardly have anybody in my mind that I would approach.
Yeah.
There's hardly anybody.
But like at a show, like I mean, like Iron Maiden or like Slayer or something's one thing, but like what if it was, I don't know, like the guys from Fulci or something like that? Would you approach them and be like, hey dude, like can I buy you a beer or something?
Yeah, I think maybe. I
think it depends on who it is.
Yeah, you're right.
And like how popular they are. I assume like if I saw Tom Araya or somebody, I'd probably be like, hey, can I get a quick photo? I don't want to bug you at the most. I wouldn't like try to engage with him too much, because he's at a level where he's getting bugged by this all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
But have you ever felt like you've done that? Like, I think the other angle of that is not necessarily like we're talking about crossing boundaries right now, but like just put your foot in your mouth, like say the wrong, you're trying to be good, and you're just trying to say something. And you say,
I'm pretty good at that, so I'm sure I've fucked.
And you just say like the absolute wrong thing.
Well, yeah, because you're nervous and you just like are anxious or something, but not that I can think of that I'm regretting in my life or anything like that.
Nothing that keeps you up at night.
How about you? How about you?
I mean, I'm sure there are. I'm just having a hard time thinking of one.
Yeah.
Well, I did. Oh, actually, I do. I mean, I've told this story like 3 times on the podcast, so I'm going to say it really quickly. But when I met Patton and Trevor Dunn at Powell's, and I didn't realize it was Trevor, and I made fun of Secret Chiefs 3 in front of him when Trevor was in the band.
This sounds familiar. You did something like this at the Grammys too?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah, it was Thundercat. And I was
Thundercat. Yeah.
I was talking to Robert Trujillo. And I just kind of like brushed Thundercat aside. And I was like, who is this weirdo wearing like plate armor? And then I was thinking about it. God, he looked really familiar. And then I Googled it and like, fuck, it was Thundercat. And then later that night, there was photos of the two of them hanging out, and it was definitely Thundercat.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've definitely done it here and there. But I think for the most part, like, I'm one of those people that, because I don't care about privacy quite as much, I really enjoy social media and I like putting myself out there. So
I think the majority of the public figures are probably similar to that. I mean,
or they put
the drive to perform is such that you are in the public eye, and you have to kind of expect that, you know?
Yeah, or else you just block all your shit, and then you're hiding backstage, and you don't see anything from anybody, and you don't form those relationships.
What if you see him at Home Depot or some shit, though?
That's happened to me. I had an Agalock fan like on me at Home Depot once. But I mean, I like those engagements and those reactions. I think there is a danger to it. I think they can go too far, but I like it. And I think it's because we grew up in the underground where you could make those connections, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
for sure.
Sheryl Crow isn't responding to like people's letters herself,
no,
you know?
No.
But like, you know, Robert Deathrage from the Meat Shits, like he wrote to me like once a week.
Yeah,
so,
right.
you know,
it's true.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a fascinating subject, but I think
that's a good one.
Yeah. I'm into it for the most part. We have one more email, and I'm going to cast this one on the screen too, because it's a little confusing. Okay. This is from our buddy, Alex Cantwell, which I'm pretty sure is the Red Mesa guy, right?
Alex. Yep. That's him.
Okay. Yeah.
He wrote us a letter as well.
Yeah.
Which I have in front of me.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, hold it up. Let me see it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alex sent us a care package recently.
Yeah, he did.
And he's our friend from New Mexico that has written in a few different times.
Yeah.
And our friend whose band toured through, and then he had to cancel last minute because his mom was having health issues. I haven't actually heard from Alex about how his mom's doing. I hope she's doing okay. But yeah, he sent us a care package with some CDs and a gorgeous looking tape, like in a nice little like slipcase looking thing.
Red Mesa is the band.
Yeah, Red Mesa.
Look at that. It's in a cool slipcase.
Oh yeah, that's super cool. They're from Albuquerque, right? I think that's...
I don't know. I haven't opened the CDs yet, so I'm not sure. But
okay.
I listened to the tape today, and there's a great track called Desert March. We should play a little bit of it,
We'll
dude.
play it after the email here. So, Alex, buddy, are you drinking too much? Like, what's going on here?
He's losing it.
He said secret words and bonus phrase, and then he says Jason and Hunter. And then he says your bark forms and biscuit needs butter.
But in the letter he says Jason and Nick. So
right. So
that's good. He didn't fuck that one up.
No. Yeah, a little confusing, but yeah, he listened to the episode, I guess, is the point.
Okay, what did he say now? Biscuits instead of butter?
No, biscuits instead of butter. Yeah, if you need a substitute for butter, just use biscuits. No. No, you know, Hunter's nickname is Biscuit.
Oh, I see.
So he's like, Biscuit needs butter. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for that confusing email, Alex. Maybe it was just like meant to be to Radical Research and I Hate Music, or something.
Exactly. Must be.
I don't know. But thank you for that, Alex. But yeah, his band Red Mesa, and on our playlist that you can access from our link tree.
I added this track, Desert March. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, let's listen to this. Yeah, you can.
Let me read his note here.
Yeah.
Jason and Nick, a late Merry Christmas to you both and a prosperous Happy New Year as well. 2 CDs for Jason, 1 CD and 1 tape for Nick. The funny thing is you may not even like it, as it is stoner rock adjacent, but there's some epic doom and a little Pink Floyd and a little desert rock and a little acoustic stuff and a little Roses and. Anyway, keep up the good work with your musical output and the podcast. Hope to meet you guys someday. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks, man. That's great.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. I feel like I misrepresented myself about the stoner rock thing, because now people are like, "Oh, I know you hate stoner rock." Because it's not.
Yeah.
Like Jeff and Hunter talked about it on one of their episodes of Radical Research. They were talking about, I don't remember who they were talking about, but then they brought up Caius, and they're both like, "Oh, Jason hates Caius." I'm like, "No, I fucking love Caius." So yeah.
Blues for the Red Sun. It's awesome.
Blues for the Red Sun's amazing. It's an amazing record. Yeah.
And the circus comes to town too. So good.
Yeah, I don't know that one quite as well, but yeah, I love early Queens too, and yeah, I guess it's like the deserty stoner rock I like more than the shirtless, beer-bellied stoner rock.
Portland stoner rock.
Yeah, yeah.
It seems more legit or whatever.
It's
authentic.
I don't know. It's more my style, I guess. I don't really know.
The desert does lend itself to this music, and I don't know why. It seems to match really well, you know?
Yeah, it does.
That's a really curious thing about how your environment impacts your music, you know?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. So, shall we listen to this one? It's called Desert March by Red Mesa.
It's on Spotify.
On Spotify from the album Partial Distortions. Here we go.
guess I chose the instrumental, but that was awesome.
Dude, that's great. I really enjoyed that.
We got Brad on rhythm and leads. We got Roman on drums. And we got Alex on bass guitar, lead and backing vocals, and additional rhythm guitars.
Oh, man. Alex, good job. I was digging those bass lines. That's really good. I really enjoyed that. So what are the vocals like?
They reminded me of Mike Scheidt a little bit, that style, but that was just one listen. So
yeah,
if you want to try another song sometime, we could do that. But.
Yeah, that was good. I really enjoyed that. That was super heavy, melodic, and again, I really enjoyed the bass work.
Nice job, Alex.
Yeah.
Red Mesa.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, he said it was mastered in Portland.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mastered.
Oh, wait. Let me guess. Mastered by Brad Boatwright. Did I get it?
Did you know? Yeah.
Did I get yes?
How'd you know, dude?
He's just kind of hot shit right now.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
What's his deal?
I really don't know. Is this one of those names I hear like thrown around quite a bit?
Crap. Mastered by Brad Boatwright at Audio Siege in Portland, Oregon.
Wow, man, that was just a weird fucking Hail Mary on my part. But he's
job.
He's doing a lot of work.
I see.
Or at least I think he is. I keep hearing his name around. So.
Oh, for metal stuff?
Yeah. Our friend Amy Dragon knows him, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I've ever met him. But yeah.
Shout out to Amy Dragon at your birthday party.
Yeah.
She did a fantastic job and she told me that she got this job through the podcast for the Gorging Shade record.
Yeah. Because
Hunter's band.
Yeah. Hunter's bandmate Gail in Gorging Shade listens to every episode and heard the Amy Dragon one and contacted her, and she was like, "Wait, I got a job from your podcast." So
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that record's fucking great, dude.
Dude, it's so great.
She did a good job.
Yeah. I think that just came out recently. It's called Inversions. I think I know they self-released it, but I don't know if it's like available to buy. I think it might have sold out or something. I don't really know. But
well, let's put a track in the if it's available. Let's put a track in the
in the playlist.
Playlist, yeah.
Let me look it up real quick and see if it is.
It's not on Spotify.
Oh man. Oh, our episode is with them before you were involved, but.
Oh, you had them both on?
Yeah, actually, I guess
cool.
You can't see what I'm looking at, but
no, that's awesome.
But yeah, I had Gail and Hunter on.
There it is.
Yeah, October 2021.
Very cool.
Yeah, they're both great, and this was like an episode about Canvas Solaris, which they're both in.
I see.
Plague, Psalm, and Gorging Shade.
Nice.
But yeah, Gail is a great dude and a hell of a bass player too. And he's got a giant Disco Volante tattoo on his arm.
What?
So,
wow.
Yeah.
So you're instant friends.
Yeah, instant friends. I guess they're coming to the LA show, Agalock Emperor. So I'll get to see them again. But yeah, super good dudes. Speaking of the playlist real quick, let me share it again. But I put on there a couple of Paul Masvidal songs, a couple of his solo things, Hand to Mouth and Parasite, and then those songs.
He called his album Human?
Yeah, he has 3 solo records, and one is called Mythical, one is called Human, and one is called Vessel, and it's meant to be like a trilogy, right? But yeah, I thought that was funny. It's like Paul Masvidal, Human.
It's like, wow.
Yeah. It's like if Death came back and did one called Focus.
Yeah, exactly.
And then this...
or it was just Chuck solo, you know?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, unfortunately.
But,
I remember, donating to his cause and all that, and it was pre-internet. It was basically when the internet was just getting going.
Because he died, what, like 2003?
No, it was like 2001.
2001, shit.
Yeah.
Was he in the Twin Towers?
I think so.
Yeah.
The 66th floor, dude.
Whoa, damn.
Yeah.
And then I put on here a...
Too soon, bro.
I know.
Too soon.
Too soon. I know. Then I put a Cynic song on here. It's Integral, which is on the Retraced record. It's Integral Birth, but the Retraced version, which is how he's playing it on these shows. Also put on there Night Spikes from Thief, just because Thief is rules, and they were at the birthday party and wrote that song for me. Also put on Veteran of the Psychic Wars.
Nice, that's classic, dude.
It's my favorite Blue Oyster Cult song.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that too.
And this is, I think on the last podcast I was talking about my dad and how he'd wake me up with music. This is one of the songs he woke me up with a lot. Is this one. And then you put on something here by Hemlock. Tell me about that.
British Aglock Worship. Really good though.
Okay.
I think we've talked about them before. She did the artwork for my Travelers West second album, and she's a really good musician and putting out some cool shoegazy black metal stuff.
Does she know my address for the royalty checks?
I don't think so.
Damn it. All right.
I don't think so, but I'll send it to her, dude.
Okay.
And then I put on my Angel Arcturus on there too.
I just noticed that. Yeah, I was like, that wasn't on there a little bit ago.
No, I added it, yeah. No,
that makes sense. Tell me about Paladin. What's that about?
This is cool. Dungeon synth. Oh, dude, just play like just a little bit of it. It's like typical 80s synth music, but with kind of a dungeon tinge to it, like
dungeon tinge. Is that going to be the new genre? Like dungeon. It's not dungeon synth. It's dungeon tinge.
Just play a little bit of it. It's really awesome.
Here we go. This is Questing by Paladin.
See, it's got that like 80s thing, but then it's got a little bit of like the I don't know, medieval instruments over it a little bit.
That's cool.
I'm a sucker for this shit. This is good, like music to get going. You know what I mean? Like do your chores.
Oh yeah, mow the lawn. Yeah, this is cool.
Thanks, man. That's a good one.
The best time I ever mowed the lawn was listening to Ice Cube on the Mark Maron podcast.
Nice.
It was like so inspirational, and I was just like, I swear, like that fucking lawn was mowed like
perfectly,
like you wouldn't believe. It
like
was
a baseball field. You had those grids and shit.
Fucking perfect. Yeah. What's your best lawn mowing story?
I ran over my dog once with a lawnmower.
God, really?
And it turned out that he was okay. So it was a good story.
God damn.
I went right over him. No, I'm totally trying to freestyle here.
Okay.
That didn't happen.
I was
that
like,
didn't happen.
That seems
I wish I was a comedian or something. I could have come up with something really good for that question.
I mean,
my best lawn mowing story.
I mean,
dude, we had an olive tree in my front yard.
Yeah.
And the olives would fall. They were pitted olives.
Yeah.
They weren't good to eat. They weren't like Castra Nova fucking
Kalamata
olives. Kalamata. They weren't really good ones like you get in the supermarket. They were terrible and they were a nuisance. But they would drop the pits and everything. Yeah. So you'd lawnmower over that and it would gunk up the lawnmower every time. It was terrible.
This was in California?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
They took the tree out, the next owners of the house. Last time I went by, the tree was gone.
Really?
I understand why now.
Yeah, it's like nature's littering when you have like all those like fucking pits and stuff everywhere.
It's probably why the whole place caught on fire. It's the olives.
That's probably it. Too soon, dude. Too soon.
Too soon. Damn it.
Yeah. And then you put Nevermore on here too because they're coming back.
I've just been obsessed and they are looking for vocalists. So I'm listening to these audition tapes.
Oh, man.
Some highly talented people are auditioning to be the next War Ordained, which is an impossible job.
Some hardworking people for sure.
Yeah. Hardworking for sure. And there are some actually really bad ones too. But anyway, it's been inspiring to kind of hear like people's interpretations and also to see how much of an impact they actually had, because I feel like they've been forgotten, and I really thought they'd been forgotten almost. And now that they made this announcement, like all this uproar has happened, and it's been pretty cool to see. So
yeah, I've been seeing stuff on Facebook mostly about like the auditions a little bit, and like just that it's happening. Like it seems to be like a buzz right now.
Good. Yeah, I hope so. And the bass player, who, you know, they had a whole breakup where the bass player and Warrell Dane were kind of against Jeff Loomis and Van Williams. And Van Williams and Jeff Loomis are the ones spearheading this comeback now.
Okay.
But the bass player is still really pissed off that they're doing it and has nothing to do with it and doesn't want anything to do with it and is saying that they're being really stupid for doing it.
Oh, no.
So there's a little drama behind there.
Yeah.
Behind that as well.
Yeah. Well, that's
that kind of shit.
That's not awesome.
No.
Yeah.
So there may end up being 2 Nevermores at some point.
Oh yeah, Nevermore AD or UK.
Yeah, exactly. Nevermore UK. Nevermore Seattle.
Yeah. What's Nevermore SeaTac?
Name it after the airport.
Yeah, I mean that's
such a glamorous name.
That's what I would do. I mean, it's like Moonbladder PDX.
Yeah.
Traveler's Rest PDX.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, their SeaTac's initials are, I forget now. SEA, I think.
I think
Seattle.
it's just SEA, so it'd be more like Nevermore Sea.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of confusing, but
yeah, it would be.
What's up with Traveler's Rest, dude? Do you have anything in the works, or?
Let's see. Another album's being written. Yep, I've got my shit on Spotify now, so all 3 albums are on Spotify.
I saw that.
For any listeners out there.
What should I add to the Spotify playlist? If
yeah, just go to Traveler's Rest and.
Oh, that's
no, that's weird, right?
That's a song.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, something off Journey to Raven Isle would be good, and the next to the last track is pretty good. I like that one. It's chapter 8, The Innkeeper.
The Innkeeper? Okay,
yeah.
I'll add that to the playlist right now.
I've got a show February 21st at Star Day on Foster in Portland with a couple bands I've never heard of. So we'll see how that goes.
Cool.
And I was kind of thinking of it as a warm-up for Tyson's show because it's a lot to prepare, and I'm doing a whole new set for Tyson and stuff. So I just want to do one rehearsal show. Is
Tyson's show open to the public, or is it a private event?
I believe we are going to make a flyer, and he's going to print it out, and and the only people that can get in are that ones that have it in their hands.
Okay, he mentioned
he's
something
use
like
that
that
as a ticket.
to me. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So between now and his birthday, which is February 22nd, he's going to have to find all the people that he wants to invite in person and give them.
I like that. It's a cool idea.
It's a lot of work, though. But
yeah. I'm making a special set for his birthday. It's going to be something I'll never, ever do again.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't know if mine will be that way, but mine will be new for sure. I don't know if I'll ever. Yeah.
I mean, I'm in the process of writing some Tyson specific stuff. I guess is what I mean. So it's not like I would play it any other occasion. Not quite as like cool as like Yeast Father, but still. Like
I know when that happened, I was like, "Fuck, man! I could have done that. I could have made a song."
I know.
Such a good idea.
Such a great idea. Hunter called me yesterday, and he's just like wanted to like hear about the party and talk it out, and I was like, "You just like ruined gift giving for everybody." I mean, like, like I've got the fucking thief symbol tattooed on me, you know? Like,
yeah, you do.
Yeah, I had dinner with him that night too, which was really fun, and then we had lunch the next day. And guess where we went for lunch?
Lardo?
Nope, but close. Right street.
Oh, it's on Hawthorne.
Yeah.
You didn't go to Baghdad.
Fuck yeah, we did. Lord of McMinimans.
You're out of control, dude.
It wasn't.
I mean, you've been in Portland for fucking 40 years almost.
Yeah.
30 years.
It wasn't my choice. Well, I guess.
Okay.
Well, maybe it was.
You are the Lord of McMinimans.
Lord of McMinimans, yeah.
He, the initial email was like, it was like something like, I'm going to totally paraphrase because I don't have it in front of me, but it was like, Jason's one of those silly people that does the passport thing. So he always thought that was funny.
Yep.
So here we are going to fucking Baghdad.
Fucking Baghdad. No, it was a good place to meet with everybody. So yeah, we had we had lunch there, and yeah.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh, it was fine. They actually had a really nice vegan option. So I got a nice bowl, like I don't know what they call it. It was just like rice and beans and veggies and avocado, and it was like a Thai peanut bowl or something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. And we went to Observatory the night before, which was really great.
Yeah. I like that place.
Yeah, I love that place. We went with Nick and Emily then too, and yeah, it was fun.
That's cool. You had friends from out of town for that. That's so awesome that they flew in.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, and like they knew each other because they all live in LA, and I introduced them to each other. And Nick and Emily went to Dylan and Chris's Buddhist temple in LA with me. And then so they all got to know each other. And then since then, like Nick has been going to thief shows and stuff when they're happening down there. So
nice. That's cool.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. And then went to Powell's and we did some book shopping and I got some books and quintessential Portland experience, McMinimans and Powell's.
It sure was. And how's your book reading going so far?
Good.
2025.
Yeah. I mean, I have way too many books that I haven't read, but I'm getting there. It's happening.
My 2 resolutions were riding my bike more, which I'm doing, but I am not reading, which I tried to do. God damn it. So much distractions with the shows and shit. I've been watching this Wolf Hall. It's a BBC show. It's about Henry VIII.
Okay.
It's so good, but it's so well acted and just like the scenes are really cool, and I love that Tudor kind of like lifestyle or whatever. But damn it, it's taking me away from reading now.
I know. I haven't started the 2nd season of Severance yet.
Oh, I watched the first episode.
Yeah? What'd you think?
Yep.
Were you happy?
I'm very happy, but now I'm gonna wait a couple weeks so I can watch a couple in a row. Yeah, because it's just too much. I'm gonna forget everything.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that for a little bit. But we started a show called Sugar last night with Colin Farrell.
Nice.
Which is pretty good so far. But yeah, we just finished Shrinking, which is another show I like a lot.
I haven't seen that.
Jason Segel, he's a psychiatrist.
Oh, yeah, I've seen the ads for that. Cool.
Yeah, it's actually
Harrison Ford or some shit.
Yeah, Harrison Ford. It's actually really good.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm waiting on Severance for a little bit. But yeah, I've been doing some reading for sure. I've still reading this book that Dylan gave me, this Buddhist book about dealing with loss and grief, and it's a heavy book, but it's like kind of light at the same time. It's really interesting. A lot of Buddhist philosophy.
There's probably every sentence is something you need to think about a little bit. So yeah, that's hard.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm like 3/4 of the way through that, and then Paul and I are doing a little book club. So
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we're gonna read a book together after that, and yeah. So I'm trying to get back into that, like reading. But I think I'll read this fantastic letterboxed one first.
You wrote it. You probably don't even need to read it.
I did.
Unless you want to be impressed with
I did.
yourself.
This is still like the funniest gift. This is the first one I opened from you.
And I was on top of the pile.
I sat there laughing for like 3 or 4 minutes. Like, it's so funny.
You could put it on your coffee table.
It is. I mean, right now it's not, but normally it's on my coffee table.
It's awesome. Well, you're a great writer. You always have been. My first introduction to Jason was because of his writing. I didn't know who Jason was, but I saw him write as an alter ego in Terrorizer magazine.
That's right.
And it was like the funniest shit. And he would write and rile people up as another personality. What was your name?
Geisen Christ.
And he would just talk so much shit, and it would cause so much buzz in the magazine. Everybody would write in like, who the fuck is this guy? What the hell is he talking about? And then I met Jason a couple years later. I don't remember how it came up, but I was like a fan of Terrorizer magazine.
Yeah, I don't remember how it came up either.
And you must have been like, well, I wrote for that. And I was like, what? And then...
Yeah.
I figured. So I knew you by your writing like a year or 2 before I knew you in person.
That's so funny. And I thought you were fucking with me. That you were like...
Oh, no. You know how much an Anglophile I am. So I was following all the British mags. And Terrorizer was the fucking best mag around.
Oh, man. It was
better
amazing.
than Metal Maniacs, dude, for sure.
Oh, it was so good. And it was like that large size. And
Yep.
It was so good. So recently, I'm trying to find it right now, but I was recently sent scans of those articles by...
No way.
Yeah, by the Cult Never Dies guy, because he mentioned that he had them. And I was like, oh my God, like I would love to see those again. And he sent me...
just throw them up on the internet or something somewhere so they're saved.
Yeah, I've been wanting to, but I was like waiting for something that would like, I don't know, I wanted to say something about it or something.
Yeah.
I'm just going to see if I have them right here because... Yeah.
What would be the intention to make a blog posting or something about it, about why you did it and what it was from, or what?
I'm not really sure, but
maybe a YouTube video. You could just talk about it. That'd be kind of cool.
I just talk about it on here too. I mean, I think
that's true. We could do it on here. Let's do a whole episode about it on here. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be cool. Yeah, I'm just going to do one more quick search here. He sent me the files and I have them, but it's on a different computer. But he sent me these scans of everything.
I could interview Guy's son Christ.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That would be cool. You could be him. Like, wear a fucking mask and like do the whole thing.
I don't
know, something.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. And like pretend like you kind of died in 97. Like you don't know anything about modern. Or 98, whenever the end was.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly when the end was.
Whenever you stopped.
Yeah, I can't find it. I might have deleted it out of my email, but I have it on my main computer. But this just in. Mark Beaver has texted back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Well, should we say something?
Yeah, he said LOL. So
you're on the air texting.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a photo of us recording.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, so I took a photo of you, and yeah, just LOL. That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
nice.
So good old Mark Beavers.
Our first live interaction with a fan.
Yeah, I called somebody on a podcast episode before when it was just me. And I called Marius like years and years and years ago, but with the time difference and stuff, he answered for a second, and I had it hooked up. I was able to hook it up so everybody could hear it. But then he was like half asleep, and he lives in Oslo, so it was wasn't great. But
yeah, timing wasn't right.
Yeah, the timing wasn't right. So what? You don't really have any Traveler's Rest stuff coming up, except you're working on a new record, and you have the one...
Working on a new record, one show February 21st. Whoever's in Portland, please come. It's a couple bands. I'm not sure who they are. I think they're electronic kind of thing. So
where is it again?
Star Day? I don't know. It's a tavern, and it's a free show. So
okay. Yeah.
It's like 70-something in Foster.
Okay. I probably can't make it because it's Ellery's birthday. It's her 18th birthday.
Incredible. Can't believe it.
I missed Mortis's show at Star Theater because it was Ione's 18th birthday.
Yeah, middle of summer. That's right.
Yeah.
You missed it. That was a great show.
Yeah, I missed that. I don't have anything other than Tyson's show for Moonbladder. Mark wrote back, holy shit, it's Nick Wusz.
Amazing. Oh, that's amazing. Nice.
Yeah. That's really funny. I'm working on a new record. I'm like 90% done for Moonbladder. And I'm hoping to get that done really, really soon because I've been working on it for a couple of years now. And then Agalock has a busy May.
Yeah, you do.
Headlining Northwest Terror Fest, playing with Emperor in LA and San Francisco.
Yep.
And then we're headlining the Fortress Fest in Scarborough, England.
Yep.
And then in September, we are headlining the Candelabrum Festival in Mexico. And since we announced the show, they have also confirmed Absu.
No shit.
Yeah, which I'm happy about. I love Absu, but I'm not happy about their transphobia. But I do love Absu, and they just announced Covenant. Which I'm I'm excited.
Because they went all goth weird.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're gonna do
but also
here.
like Tigers of Pang Tang is playing. Primordial.
John Sykes died, by the way.
I know John Sykes died. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Primordial is playing, so I get to see Alan again.
That's great.
And my old friend Duncan from Anathema messaged me the other day, and he's going to be there, I guess, just as like a guest, like an audience member or something. So haven't seen him since we toured with Antimatter in like 2003 or whenever that was. So
nice. That's great.
Yeah, so that'll be good. And then other than that, we don't have anything that we can announce as far as Agalock goes at the moment.
And the Dolvin is up in the air, but it's continuingly going to be finished.
Yeah, it's officially mixed, more or less.
Mixed and mastered.
Oh, it's mastered too?
It's finished.
Oh, yeah.
I never showed you.
I've been busy.
And I sent it to the vinyl pressing.
Oh, you did? It's off. Okay.
Yep, it's off.
Nice.
Amazing.
Do you have an ETA?
No. Well, we're going to work with the PR company.
Yeah.
Whatever, so
Yeah.
got to figure that out. But
yeah. Okay. Yeah, sounds great, man. The last version I heard sounds dialed in. Fucking Dan Swano. Svanya. Dan Svanya.
Is that how you would say it?
That's how you say
over
it.
there?
Yeah. Svanya. Ooh. That's what I learned from Radical Research. Yeah. Svanya.
Man.
Yeah.
Svanya's a badass.
Yeah. Man, he fucking nailed it. Sounds
he did.
Yeah, sounds great. Best Dolvin record yet, for sure.
100%.
Yeah. We will definitely have to talk about that on the podcast when the time
will be. Yep.
When the time is right. Other than that, I guess so you're going to be out of town for Cavalera. So I guess we can't talk about that at all. Are they playing
Can't talk about that, I guess.
Nope. Yeah, that's awkward.
Damn.
Are they doing Schizophrenia on this one?
It looked like it in the ad.
It does.
I didn't say that, so I'm not sure.
They did re-record Schizophrenia, right?
Yep.
I haven't heard it.
That was a controversial thing I had with Matt Kenny, and maybe Matt Kenny's listening, but he put the re-recorded Cavalera album Schizophrenia in his top 10. And I was like, I don't think we should count that because that album had previously been...
Yeah.
But he disagreed with me on that. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't think re-recordings belong in a top
It
list.
is awesome. It is awesome.
I haven't listened
Maybe
to
there
it.
should be a notable mention at the bottom or something, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure it's awesome. I hope they don't do any more, though. They're not going to do Beneath the Remains.
They're not. No.
That's too much, man.
You
That's too
don't
much.
fuck with Scott Burns and stuff. You don't fuck with that.
I mean, Schizophrenia sounds way better than the first records, but
still pretty bad.
Still a bit janky, but don't
sure.
fuck with Beneath the Remains.
No, they won't. He said that in interviews. He'll stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because everybody was wondering, you're not going to do any more, are you? Please, no more.
Yeah, seriously, it's
because
too much.
You can't fuck with those.
No. Oh my God, no. Yes, that would be too much.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, cool. Nick Wusz,
awesome.
It's been a pleasure, as always.
Good episode.
Yep. So when are you out of town? You out of town soon then?
Going down to California to see Maisie in the middle of Feb.
Okay.
I forget when that show is, though. And then at the end of Feb, I'm going to Leavenworth just for a couple of days.
Oh, man, we're talking about going there, too.
Yeah. I've never... Just enjoy some sun, some snow, and enjoy some fake German shit.
Yeah. I've never been up there, but Ellery really wants to go. So we're like, we should go up there. Maybe I'll see you there.
No.
That'd be weird.
You're missing Cavalera then if you do, because I think it's the same time.
Yeah, I think it's like 27th or something.
Okay.
Cavalera.
End of Feb. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely get an episode in before that shit then.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. Thanks so much. And as always, earthandsound.org for your Dolvin Moonbladder Cross Paths merch. Subscribe to our Patreon if you want to be our friends. Email us at hate.pod.music@gmail.com. Send us your emails, your audio video messages, and your IHM intro videos, please, that we can use on this podcast. It makes me realize right now, at this moment, I just realized that I forgot to play the intro.
I thought maybe you were going to add it later or something.
Usually I don't, because I don't have my video editing software is shit. I need to upgrade it, and it's
put it on now, and then we could play the episode backwards.
I like that. It'd be like it's backmasking. It's what Judas Priest would do to make people kill themselves.
Exactly. Somewhere in there, it's going to say, "Kill yourself now."
Yeah.
Something I said. It was like Metalocalypse sucks, and it's like it translates as
"kill yourself now."
Kill yourself now.
Yeah. I'll just play the whole episode backwards. It'll be fine.
And then somebody has to use software to correct it. That's kind of cool. It's obscure.
Yeah, it makes it more difficult for sure. It's like, oh God, now I have to like play this off of my Apple podcast.
But only the real fans, only the podheads.
Dude, that's really what I want to do is make this harder for people to access.
I'm looking it underground, dude.
Yeah, looking for less listeners for sure. All right, man. Anyway, well, thanks again. We'll we'll see you next time.
See you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
An Earth in Sound production.